Okay, y'all. Welcome back. And I have seen some things um, online that I want to talk about. So, getting in touch with the dark feminine and making it work for you and putting it to use for you is a very good thing, and will help you go very far, and will help you get things you would have never imagined, and will help you succeed and accomplish things, and find your courage, and it will remove doubts, and any low self-esteem you have will be removed, and any hesitations you have about trying things in your life. It's like dark feminine can do a lot for you, a lot of things. I've noticed that with the way things are going between men and women in general, women, especially the younger ones, have learned or are learning how to use the dark feminine part of themselves in order to control men, or get what they want from them, or take advantage of them. Um, I do not believe in that per se. I don't support that. I don't condone that. I don't think we need to just, because that's bordering femme fatale. People don't realize that. They don't realize the difference between femme fatale and dark feminine. Femme fatale is a woman who can get you in a lot of trouble. It's a woman who just does what she wants and fuck the rest of you, and she will pretend to be whatever you want to be. She'll do whatever you think you want her to do, and she'll say whatever you want to hear, and she'll get you alone. You get to screw her, and then you wake up in the morning or whenever, and your wallet and your phone and your keys and your vehicle are gone. And you don't know her name, or you don't have any trace of her. You don't know her real name, nothing, where she lives. You know anybody that knows her, nothing. That's femme fatale. Okay, that's somebody that can get you into some trouble. Those women seem fun at first, for men who like a little bit of a wild side, but femme fatale women can bring chaos with them, and they live somewhat dangerous lives. Okay, I do not want that for you. I don't want you to do that. You don't have to live that way. There's a classier, more sly, more cunning way to go about things in order to succeed, and do it the right way, and do it the classy way, and do it the smart way. And femme fatale is not it. So taking advantage of people just for the hell of it, and using men, and confusing men, and lying to them, and just using them for their money, and then you skedaddle, and shit like that. That's, if you feel like you need to take revenge, I'm not going to tell you what to do here. I try not to. But you have to be careful with shit like that, where you just lie to men. Men are dangerous, okay? Women they forget this sometimes, but men are our only natural predators. They're the only creatures on this planet that specifically set out to kill us. Okay, I forgot I'll get banned if I say certain words in my live, so I gotta slow down when I'm thinking. But because I say a lot of words that might get me banned. But they, what's unalive? That's what everybody's saying. They unalive us in alarming numbers. Okay, so that being the reality, I do not condone tempting fate with what's being put out there as the popular idea for dark feminine, which is get him obsessed with you, get him to spend money on you, get him obsessed. You don't want to get him obsessed, okay? Because you don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. These clowns are unpredictable, and they're violent as shit. I don't want anybody getting obsessed with you, not like that. Now, there's ways of doing it very carefully, for specific things if you need something from him, but I don't want you just, helter-skelter getting a bunch of men crazy about you, because that can be kind of dangerous, and that's not, and I don't teach, the dark feminine that I teach does not involve or include just taking advantage of people just for the hell of it, just because it feels good. There has to be. I don't do that. That's not. I see that as a bit immoral, and I don't do that. There's better ways to go about it, with a bit of sincerity and method, and good reason behind it, instead of just taking advantage of people. If you're looking to, do things like that to just use somebody, to just feel good about yourself, or just get back at somebody, or that kind of a thing. If you're tempted to do the femme fatale type shit, I would not suggest like physically living that way. But if you want to do spell work and get back at somebody where it can't be traced back to you, then you need to just do that. Okay? Do a spell and then be done with it. But, you know, the other stuff, I looked on Instagram because I wanted to see who else was teaching Dark Feminine and what they were teaching. And all I saw was some artwork that was really good. And then also, the women were mostly focused on how to control men, how to control men, how to control men. Men, that's all fine and well, but they're not the be-all, end-all of living. Okay? You've got more that's going to happen in your life besides dudes. So I don't want you focusing every day on, okay, how can I control the next man? It's easy controlling them. You don't have to, I mean, yeah, you can learn a few tips and tricks from somebody, you know, but it's easy controlling them. But they are not going to be, they should not be important enough that you set out to really learn how to just get them to pay for everything that was done to you previously. You know, and I know that's tempting. I know that feeling. I was there too. I'm not trying to shame you for it or any of that. I know that feeling. But there's a better way to go about it. I did a reel earlier today, and I said the best revenge that you can get, and especially in Dark Feminine, is to level up. You want him to pay. Every time you go out in public, you look better than you did when you were with him. Make sure of it. If you need to go to the gym, if you want to get a small waist, do some fucking Pilates or whatever it is you need to do. Be patient with yourself. Eat good. You know, cut out the bread and the sugar or whatever it is you need to do to slim down and get that little waist and be done with it. And that can be your revenge. He'll never have his hands around your waist again. That's punishment enough, especially when he sees you and realizes how much better you look now that you're not with him, because you're not miserable anymore. That's revenge enough. If you want to be hardcore and go do some spell work and really make him pay, then that's on you. I'm not... But the good thing about it is it won't get you in trouble legally or safety-wise, because it's not going to be fucking traceable. So if that's what you want to do, go do that. I'm not going to micromanage you. I'm just saying, you know, I want women to think before they start deciding what they think Dark Feminine is. You know, because it's not... The controlling the men stuff, that's all fine and well, but that's not everything that your life is going to be. You're going to be in other situations besides dating men. You're going to go to a job. You're going to be out in social situations. You're going to go out in public and go shopping. You're going to, you know, go to people's houses, to parties. You're going to go to events where you're trying to meet people and network, and you're going to meet people from the city at some point or another. You know, you'll run into somebody. You'll make friends with a cop or something like that, or you'll branch out and meet people, and there will be other situations besides fooling around with men where you need to know Dark Feminine shit. And it's not just about taking advantage of men. They piss me off too. I understand that. And I'm not trying to tell y'all that, you know, you're wrong or you're stupid or whatever, but I want you to understand that, you know, I don't want you to waste your energy, you know, getting up every day and just worrying about controlling them and getting them back and getting back at them and shit like that, because that's not necessarily everything that Dark Feminine is. You can use it to control them in subtle ways like that, but I wouldn't do it. I don't condone doing it just to take advantage of people, just for the hell of taking advantage of people. I don't teach that, because I don't want you to just use people just because they're there. You know, not like that. And like I say, I don't want women to try to figure out ways to get men obsessed with you. That's not always healthy, and it doesn't always end well. And I don't want the risks for you that would come along with that. So instead of worrying about getting men obsessed with you, it would be better, in my humble opinion, it would be better to learn how and manipulate situations to work in your favor, but not just, it's not about men. You know, like, your life is going to include more things than that. You could be What are you going to do if you're following some girl on Instagram or TikTok or wherever, and she teaches you all about how to take advantage of men and how to get men obsessed with you, obsessed. Okay, great. Some guy's obsessed with you and won't leave you alone, and he's knocking on your door at 6 o'clock every morning. Good for you. What are you going to do about everybody at work that disrespects you? What are you going to do about people in public that disrespect you or don't take you seriously? What are you going to do when you're on the phone with somebody and they don't listen to you and you need help, or you need somebody to get you to the right person in some office and they're not listening? Oh, so-and-so's not here. Oh, well, they're busy. And you can't get anybody to listen to you or respect you or answer your damn question. And so then you're just sitting there with business not being done, and you got to wait another day or so, or a day or 2 or 10 before you hear back from the person you've got to hear back from to do business, to do something important with money or something else. You're going to need dark feminine for that shit too. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's not good to just think about, to just focus on, okay, how do I get men to be at my feet? Even if you do, it's not going to last forever, especially if it's somebody you really like. It's not going to last forever. I mean, all of that stuff kind of fades. Love spells fade. All of that stuff does. So I don't want you to, I see a lot of that, and every time I see dark feminine stuff pop up, it's take advantage of men and take advantage of men. And you're going to have more important things going on in your life that will demand the intellect and the cunning that is dark feminine. Those things, there will be other things that demand that from you that are going to be far more important than men. You see what I mean? You're gonna need that to learn how to get multiple streams of income coming to you, so you can have money and be independent. And get men to pay your bills or whatever. That's all fine and well. And don't get me wrong, I love Shara Seven. I'm not gonna say anything bad about her. I love her. But just for me, from my experience and my point of view, I don't want you to sit there and think that, well, damn it, I'm going to get some man to pay all these bills, because there could be times when they don't. There could be times when you don't find anybody that's going to do that. There could be, that can get messy. It can get messy, and you can set yourself up, for, I don't want to say failure. I hate Alex. I don't like that word, but you can set yourself up for some bullshit and for some hiccups if you don't have something on your own to help you be stable without worrying about what dudes are doing. You can't worry about controlling them and draining them of what they have all the time. So it's just, I'm noticing that a lot of this stuff is not, it's only focused on one thing. Like if you go to work, you can control men all day long on a date. That's fine. But if you go to work and your manager talks to you like shit, customers talk to you like shit, your coworker is talking to you like shit, and you don't have the right boundaries, or you're too afraid to speak up because it's the workplace and you might get in trouble, then we need to look at your priorities. We need to re-examine your priorities and see what the hell is really going on in your mind. Because if you're focusing on controlling men but not using those methods to control the rest of it, then what use is it? Boyfriends can't come into your workplace and sit down and talk to your manager and your coworkers and tell them to quit bothering you. It doesn't work that way. You have to be able to do that on your own in all kinds of different social situations. Whether there's a man under your control doing your bidding or not. So as much as, the old me would have liked the idea of just using it to just control them and manipulate them and hurt them and get their money and run, the old me would have loved that. Really. But it's just, there's more to life than that. And I don't want all these young girls, going to these accounts online and studying up on how to just use men and then not know how to use those same skills for all the rest of it. And to get through important situations in life that matter, that have to do with business, money, survival, and shit like that. Because men, they're all fine and well for the things that they do contribute. That's fine, but they can't help you with everything. They can't save you all the time. You have to be able to, you need to have the skills and the damn wherewithal to be able to help yourself. Whether they're there, buying you a lobster bisque or not. So that's great, but that's not, there's more to it. So the dark feminine that I teach is the kind that you can use in any situation, and you figure out how to get yourself through any situation. Anything where somebody might be accusing you of something falsely, and you need to, have backup and know how to get witnesses and get documentation, things like that, and your mindset for that and stuff like that to protect yourself. That's important. To have the courage to push through your fears and try something you've never tried before. Friday night, this is Monday night, Friday night, I was in the Christmas parade here in Pell City. I've never been in a damn parade in my life. And I wasn't sure, like I'd never done that before, and I was like, oh my God, can I do this? Am I going to fuck this up? I don't know. Because I just never done it before, and it's a huge parade, and I was like, shit. But I was like, no, fuck it. I signed up. I did it, and I was a little bit nervous because I didn't know how it was going to go. I didn't know really what to do. I didn't know. Had no idea what to expect. I signed up, and I did the damn parade anyway. And you know what? I did fine. I did absolutely fine. So in Dark Feminine, you push through your fears, and you push yourself to do things you wouldn't typically do, and you push yourself. And when you do that, you get yourself up to your next level, because now you've accomplished some shit that you wouldn't have done a year ago, 2 years ago. But you're doing it now. So you're leveling up now. And now I've got that parade under my belt, and I can say, hell yeah, I've been in a parade. Yeah, I'm a business. I'm with the Pell City Chamber of Commerce. Fuck yeah. So I can say that now, that I've been in a parade. It was cool as fuck. I just can't wait for the next one, so when I have my real signs in my car, because I had the temporary ones Friday night. And I just had like my name real big on the car, and everyone I drove past was reading my name out loud, and my window was down, so I heard everybody. And like everyone in town read my name. As my car went by, it was unbelievable. I've never heard my name so much in my life as I did that Friday night and the parade. But it was cool, and I had a blast. And my son was there, and he threw candy. I had him in the front seat. He's little, so I don't put him in the front seat, too often, but I did that night. And we just had a good old time, and it was a real good experience. It was a good memory. And Dark Feminine helps you do those things. So you can learn how to control men all you want, but if you don't have the courage, if you're not able to choose the courage to do other things in your life that would require that same mentality, then controlling men is whatever. It's not going to get you that far, I know Shara 7 lives in a big house, got her there, but she uses Dark Feminine and other things as well. She's smart, and she knows how to apply that to many different kinds of situations, not just men. So it takes a lot to get there, and you have to really play your cards right, and you have to be able to use that mentality or that persona or that part of yourself, whatever you want to call it, in other aspects of your life, not just controlling a date. That's nice, but that's not all that your life is. See, I feel like the women that are going along with that, controlling the men thing, like where they're obsessed about it, those are the ones who still think that men are going to make a huge contribution in their life, and that that's what they need to focus on, and that that's where their energy needs to go. Which is the same damn cycle we've been in for a long time. It just used to look different. Men. Okay, so let's focus on what they're going to do next so we can predict ... Fuck them. You don't need to worry about what they're doing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You need to be worrying about what you're doing. You need to be worrying about what your next move is. You need to be worrying about what your next investment in yourself is. That's Dark Feminine. That's real power. What's your next move? What's your next power play? What's the next card you're going to deal? It better be big. You have to be ready to play big in Dark Feminine, not just get dudes obsessed with you. Well, that's fine if it helps your ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if y'all are feeling me, but just like, this is important, And I just felt the need to say it because I'm seeing a lot of it online, and I want to say I'm against it because, it's just not, that's not all that there is. There's times when it comes in handy if you really need to. Now, there's dudes who deserve to be straight up manipulated and used because they're fucking assholes. There's plenty of them that do deserve that. If somebody really did you wrong, you need, and he owes you in some way or another, owes you money or something like that, unleash the dragon. Do it. If he deserves it, and especially if you can get something from him that he owes you, then, do whatever it is you're going to do. But, I mean, besides that, if you're just going to, like, turn your life into getting whatever you want from men, you're still living, you're not free. You're still living around them. Do you see what I mean? Your life is still revolving around them and what you're going to do next according to what they're doing, and I don't want you to live that way. There's no reason to live that way. We're trying to break away from that. So I don't know what kind of feminism that is, but it's just, in my opinion, it's just you've got bigger fish to fry than, than trying to get some man to buy you an Yves Saint Laurent purse. If you use dark feminine around your money in your life, you can have your own damn income and buy your own goddamn YSL purse, and it won't matter. You won't have to, trick some man into buying it for you. Because when he does, he's going to be expecting something in return. And if you don't do it and you run, and just run off to the next one, that may, you might build up quite a fan base doing that. So that's why I say you have to be careful with that shit, because I know you're not going to give yourself up for some purse. So I'm concerned with that. But that's all I'm going to say. Just what I teach, when you search dark feminine stuff and I come up in the results, what I'm teaching is a lot different from what everybody else is teaching, because I'm not going to sit here and have you focus on how to control men and how to get back at men and how to get them obsessed with you. I'd rather you have your own damn money so nobody can fucking tell you what to do, and you don't have to worry about somebody not paying your bill, your phone bill next month. If you fucking pay it yourself and you have your own money, you can do whatever you want with anybody, and it won't matter about money. You would be independent. You'd be in full control of your own cash. There's no reason for you not to be. Fuck what he can pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a rugged individualist, and this is my form of dark feminine, is to be as individual and as independent as possible, because why not? And some of them will teach you otherwise, and that's fine. Everybody's got their flavor, everybody's got their genre and their way of doing things, and that's fine. I don't want to talk bad about anybody in particular. I'm not going to do that, but I just mean, in case anyone, wants to know the difference between what I'm doing and what everybody else is doing, I'm teaching you how to do this shit in every aspect of your life, not just, making sure men obsess over you. If you carry yourself the right way, and if you look good, and you know what to say, they're going to obsess over you anyway. And women will too. Whether they love you or hate you, they'll obsess over you. So you're going to get that regardless. So I mean, I'm just saying, you got bigger fish to fry than that. So that's just my opinion. Thanks for listening, and like I say, welcome to my page, welcome to my world, and this is it, and you're welcome to stay tuned for the rest of it, and that's it, and I'll see you tomorrow.